La Fontaine's Fables, Daphnis and Alcimadura. Lovely daughter of a mother, to whom only today 1,000 hearts are running port. Without those whom friendship makes careful to please you. And some still that keeps you love. I can only in this preface. I do not share between her and you. A little of that incense we collect in Parnasse. And that I have the secret of making exquisite and sweet. So I'll tell you. But to say everything, that would be too much. We have to choose. Sending my voice and lyric. Who soon will lack strength and leisure. I will only praise a heart full of tenderess. These noble feelings, these graces, this spirit. In this you would have neither master nor mistress. Without the one whose praise is upon you. Keep surrounding these roses. Too many thorns, if ever. Love tells you the same things. He says them better than I do. So he knows how to punish those who close his ear to his advice. You'll see him. Once a young wonder. Despised this god the sovereign power. He was called Alcimadura. Proud and fierce object, always common to the woods. Always jumping to the meadows, dancing on the greenery. And not knowing other laws. Let his whim, in the rest, equating the most beautiful. And surpassing the most cruel. Not having regard to who is not reigning, not even in its rigors. What was she found at the height of her favors? The young and handsome Daphnis, shepherd of noble breed. Loved her for her misfortune, never the slightest grace. Neither the slightest gaze, the slightest word. Was not granted to him by this inhuman heart. Tired of continuing a defeated law. He only thought of dying. Despair made him run. At the door of the inhuman. Alas! It was to the winds that he told his sorrow. They did not deign to make him open this fatal house, where, among his companies, the ungrateful, for the day of his nativity, joins the flowers of her beauty, the treasures of gardens and green countryside. I was hoping, he cried, to exhale in your eyes. But I'm too odious to you. And do not surprise me that as well as everything else. You denied me even such a deathly pleasure. My father, after my death, and I charged him with it, must put at your feet the inheritance that your heart neglected. I want the pasture to be included, too. All my flocks, with my dog. And that of the rest of my good. My companions founded a temple. Where your image is contemple. Renewing flowers the altar at any time. I will have a simple monument near this temple. We will engrave on the border. Daphnis died of love. By the way, stop you. Weep, and say, this one succumbed under the law. The cruel Alcimadura. At these words, through the park he felt reached. He would have continued, pain prevented him. His ungrateful came out triumphant and adorned. We wanted, but in vain, to stop him for a while. To give some crying to the fate of his lover. She always insulted the son of Cytherea. Leading from this very evening in disregard of his laws. His companions dance around his statue. God fell upon her, and burdened her with weight. A voice came out of the cloud. Echo repeats these words in the air spreads. That everything loves now, the insensitive is no longer. However from Daphnis the shadow to the sticks descended. He shuddered and was surprised to see her run. All the Arab heard this beautiful homicide. To apologize to the shepherd, who did not deign hearing. No more than Ajax, Ulysses, and Edone, his treacherous